Hey, so I am back again, and this is Plauche. I have been coaching mainly women for the past 10 years in their fitness and their health, and to empower them and have success in their lives. And I also help women build their businesses online as a female entrepreneur. I have been a female entrepreneur, a 7-figure earner for over 10 years, and I still want to pinch myself every time I say it, that I get to work from home in beautiful Florida and coach women and empower women and inspire women to, make changes. And oftentimes the journey starts with health and fitness, because when you start to feel good and you look good and you start to build confidence, and so many things just steamroll from that. So I wanted to talk about, and I've been talking about, struggles. It's good to talk about the struggles, and for you to hear, some of the things that people struggle with, because, oftentimes we think that we struggle alone, right? And so today I want to talk about limiting beliefs. Limiting beliefs. Do you know what they are? And do you have them? And if you have them, how do you get rid of them? And do you even know that you do have them? And sometimes we can't see them. Sometimes we can call them excuses. And I'm going to read, because I have some notes here, so I'm going to read a few quotes that I wrote down that I wanted to share in this video so that I didn't forget. And if you're watching this video, comment below. Tell me where you're from. Tell me if you're an entrepreneur. Tell me, where you are in the world, what you do, or just say hey, or drop an emoji. Drop an emoji and say hi, and let me know where you're from and that you're watching this video or you're catching the replay. I would love to follow you as well. So, this isn't a limiting belief. If you are accepting a limiting belief, then it will become the truth for you. And, I've had a few of those limiting beliefs over the years, and had to, take a look in the mirror at myself and, wonder where I was holding myself back, right? Where was I holding myself back in areas that I wanted to be successful, right? So this is another quote I want to share with you. Man often becomes what he believes himself to be. If I keep on saying to myself that I cannot do a certain thing, it is possible that I may end by really becoming incapable of doing it. On the contrary, if the belief that I can do it, I shall surely acquire the capacity to do it, even if I may not have it at the beginning. And that's from Gandhi. And it's so, so true. When we start to become more honest with ourselves, we start to realize that there are a number of things that we believe that are actually not true. They're not true about ourselves. And we put these restrictions on ourselves, and maybe they come out as excuses, maybe they come out as just things that don't look like a limiting belief. Unless you know what a limiting belief is, how are you going to spot it? So that's what I'm here to share with you today. And I wrote down some things, so I don't mind if I'm reading a little bit for you. When we really start to become honest with ourselves, we're going to talk about what our beliefs, what our limiting beliefs, where do those beliefs come from? How did you get them? And sometimes we have them subconsciously. They come from our childhood, you guys. And I'm going to show you some examples, and I'm going to show you, why we choose it, why it's easy, why it's easy to keep choosing them, and how do we transform those limiting beliefs. And so beliefs are this: an acceptance that something exists or it's true, especially one without proof, right? And I found that on Google. Belief is a state of mind in which a person thinks something to be the case, or without there being evidence to prove that something is the case with factual certainty. So these are false, right? They're false things that we tell ourselves, because they're in no way are they true. But sometimes we accept them as truth so we can avoid doing the hard thing, right? Doing the thing that we're holding ourselves back from. And sometimes we do this subconsciously. So what are those limiting beliefs? So they hold you back from making different choices in your life and changing your life. They keep you from seeing different opportunities presented to you each day. They keep you closed. They keep you closed off. Like it's a filter. It's a filter of things that you make your choices from. And like I said, sometimes you do these things subconsciously. And they keep you stuck. They keep you focusing on the negative, and they keep you focused in that low vibration cycle. I talk about this a lot, and it keeps you in that comfort zone, which really, like, what the heck is a comfort zone? You know, we say it's comfortable. You know, it's like choosing to watch Netflix, you know, for the whole entire weekend and binge watch 3 shows instead of, you know, take care of your responsibilities and your priorities, right? Maybe, you know, you run a business and, you know, you're not consistently showing up, and you're taking, you know, you're not doing everything consistently over time, but, you know, you're saying, nobody's gonna sign up, or nobody's gonna buy from me anyway, I don't need to go. You know, it's that kind of thing. That's a limiting belief right there, because if you don't show up, it's not gonna happen anyway, right? So if you're choosing it, it's almost like it's almost like self-induced, right? Self-induced, as my dogs bark. Sorry about that. I love dogs, and when I do lives, the wind's blowing, people driving by, they like to bark at them, so I apologize for that. But that's life. That's life of working at home, of an entrepreneur. So where do these limiting beliefs come from? You know, they're actually placed on us, you know, family members, teachers, coaches, society, and even our culture. And I know as a woman, you know, that conditioning was placed on me. It was placed on all of us. You know, don't do this, act like a lady, which I posted a video, great video I saw the other day. Don't dress provocative. You may provoke a man. You know, like it's silly phrases like that. That were, you know, conditioned on us, and we sometimes subconsciously, even as children, you know, it was a learned behavior of how you coped with, you know, some abandonment issue or some kind of trauma that, you know, whether it's perceived or real, or, you know, something that you use to cope with that wound, right? So you place those limiting beliefs on yourself, and sometimes you subconsciously choose the same patterns over and over and over again. And it's why in life we continuously have the same issues, and these can come up big in our relationships. And if we don't, you know, dive deep and, you know, set it straight, right, and tell yourself the truth, like, look in the mirror, what am I seeing, what am I limiting myself on, and how can I change it? And I can tell you, coaching people for 10 years, I hear a lot of limiting beliefs in people, and I like to call them out and say, you know, why isn't it okay? You know, why can't you do it? You know, you're just like everybody else on this planet. You know, Steve Jobs started at 0, you know, $0, 0 followers. Gary Vee, even, you know, he started from 0. You know, he chose to not accept the norm and the limiting beliefs. Does it mean it was easy? No, but they chose to step out of their comfort zone and flip the switch on that thinking. And that is the main reason I myself was able to change my life. I was bankrupt almost 11 years ago now. I was bankrupt, and I knew I needed to make a change, but I could have accepted the limiting beliefs, and I could have said, hey, you know, that's not me, that's not for me. Those people are successful. Those people are prettier than me. Those people, you know, they can do more than me. You know, the things that you tell yourself to make it okay to not have to change and to not have to do the work, and ultimately remain in that comfort zone and remain in that cycle of, you know, never really getting what you want, because your ego, whatever you want to call it, your subconscious patterns and the things that you do, unless you change them, red alert, you're going to keep experiencing the same things over and over again, and you're never going to truly live the life that you want. And I'm here to tell you guys, life is too short. Life is way too freaking short to not step up and change your life, because life is pretty amazing. Bankrupt and living in New England to, you know, here with my dream home on 5 acres, living in Vero Beach, Florida with my kids and my dogs, and, you know, working from home and having the freedom, because I chose, you know, I chose not to set the limiting beliefs on myself. And I chose to, you know, fix that, you know, and listen to what I was really telling myself and how I was keeping myself locked. I was keeping myself locked, and I was the only one who could flip the switch to change that. Nothing binds you except your thoughts. Nothing limits you except your fear. And nothing controls you except your beliefs. And that's from Marianne Williamson. That's a quote by her, which is really good. So I'm going to give you a few examples of things, limiting beliefs. And if you can relate that you have this, raise your hand and tell me that you have this limiting belief and that you need to change it. So here's some examples. I'm not worthy, or I'm not a worthwhile person. I'm here to tell you this today. You're worthy. We're all worthy. I'm not enough. I'm not pretty enough. I'm not smart enough. I'm not rich enough. I'm not tall enough. Basically anything that you could tell yourself to stop you from this. And I used to do this when I was 70 pounds overweight. I struggled with weight, my whole life. I remember when I figured out that the excuses that I was spewing out, like how ridiculous they were, which were limiting beliefs. I used to say that it wasn't in me, and I was big boned, and I wasn't meant to be a size 4. Well, I smashed that limiting belief. And when I finally shifted my mindset and chose to get healthy and do the work and put the work in consistently, I lost 70 pounds, and I was a size 4. I've been a size 4. I don't like to say a size 4. I like to kind of be somewhere in between a 6 and an 8, because I'm tall and I just feel better and look better. That's my comfort for me. That's where I'm the most in my sweet spot, where I feel the most amazing. And I know what lights me up, and I know what makes me happy, and I know what makes me feel like the most comfortable and most beautiful in my skin. So those are some limiting beliefs. Here's some more. I don't deserve it. I don't deserve that to happen to me, as I'm not a nice person. I don't deserve it. They're nicer than me, and it's just not for me. I don't have enough time. I don't have enough support. I don't have enough experience. I don't have enough money. I don't have enough brains. I'm not smart enough. And I've heard this, a lot of the people that I coach who are trying to build an online business, I think I hear this year after year from people, and, like, can I really do this? It's too much work for me. I don't have enough time is a huge, huge, huge one. And it doesn't work. Honestly, everything works. Fitness works if you show up consistently. You don't need some secret plan. It's get up, move your body, and eat healthy, and show up every day and do it consistently 100%. And you will see those results. It's the same with everything in life. And really what your limiting beliefs are saying is that I don't want to do the work, right? Changing your life is hard, right? This is me giving you real talk. And, you just have to trust in yourself, and you have to give yourself the pep talk, because nobody else is going to inspire you. You can read all the motivational quotes you want, and unless you start to really, really, really tell yourself over and over and over again every single day that you are enough, that you do have time. We all have time. We all have the same 24 hours in a day, and what you do with it is what you're choosing. I can guarantee you that Elon Musk definitely has, negative thoughts. He's human. We all do, but he doesn't listen to them. Instead he chooses every single day to get up, go to work, launch spaceships into space, create electric cars, and, digging holes underground in LA so we can make transportation better for the world, right? It's crazy, and it's because he chooses. He chooses not to accept those limiting beliefs that were placed on him, that he has kept on himself, or he chose to say no. I chose to say no. And if you look at anybody that's had any success in anything, whether it's small, and whether maybe it's a weight loss journey, maybe it's, overcoming some kind of odds, it's because they stepped up and they chose to. And, you can call limiting beliefs negative thoughts, you can call them excuses, whatever you want, but placing a limiting belief on yourself is doing detriment to your future, to the future life that you want to live. So I'm here to tell you, I'm here to give you the wake-up call, like, bop, 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 bop. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Stop limiting yourself, because you can live how you want and how you dream. You just have to choose it. And when you start choosing to believe in yourself, eventually you do. Your mind believes what you tell it, whether it's true or not. It doesn't know the difference, whether it's real or perceived. So your mind believes those things. And maybe there's some things in there that you subconsciously tell yourself that you don't even realize that you're doing that are holding you back. And I know a lot of people that I coach will say, they're afraid of success. They're afraid of earning money. It's kind of crazy when you think about it, but it's so entirely true. And I can't be that person. I'm never going to be a millionaire. Well, guess what? If you tell yourself you're never going to be a millionaire, you never will be. Truth bomb. If I woke up and said, I don't think I could become a millionaire, do you think I would be able, I would have been able to earn six figures if I didn't believe in myself, if I listened to the excuses, or if I chose to listen to those negative thoughts in my head? No, it wouldn't happen. So, it's easy. It's easy to choose comfort zone. It's easy to choose those limiting beliefs because, it's a comfort zone. It's not scary, and it's fear that you don't trust yourself, fear that you might fail, right? So your ego protects you, but your ego, and I want to say this, I'm going to keep saying it, your ego is not your amigo, and you need to get rid of the veil of the ego and, be okay with yourself, and be okay to show up authentic, be okay with, what's in here, and going after it, and not being afraid of what people think, or if you fail. But I'm here to tell you, failing is part of the process. Failing is part of life. When you learn to walk, you fell down a bunch of times. When you learned to ride a bike, you fell off, but you got back up and you learned to ride that bike, right? And how amazing it felt when you finally could do it, when you could finally balance. That's how it feels. That's how it feels when you get rid of those limiting beliefs that hold you back, because what's on the other side of fear is an amazing life for you. And I want to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, if you're watching, to get out of there, get out of your head, get out of the excuses, get out of that dark puddle of negativity and negative thoughts that keep you stuck. And I guarantee you, life will be incredible and amazing. And you can do things that you never dreamed of. I mean, when I started on my, entrepreneurial journey, when I started on my fitness journey, when I started on my life-changing part of my life journey 10 years ago, I never would have imagined, earning $1 million. But as I got more confident, and as I started to get mentally stronger, right, and I was getting rid of all those beliefs as I was going, I started to get confident. Every little success compounded over time, and read The Compound Effect by Darren Hardy. It started to spiral out of control, like in a good way. The more I believed in myself, the more opportunities presented themselves to me, and the more I was eager and wanted to get out of my comfort zone, because I know now, the more that I'm uncomfortable, when I'm uncomfortable and I'm fearful, it's my body telling me, it's my soul, it's the universe telling me to go after it, because this is where you get to level up if you choose it. So, I'm not going to go on any longer today. I don't want this video to be too long, but this is a great message, and I hope that you'll listen to it, and I hope that you'll take it to heart, and I hope that you will start to really look in the mirror at yourself and figure out where it is that you hold yourself back with those limiting beliefs. You're holding yourself back from the life that you desire, and I want to see everybody win. There's room at the table for everybody. There's room at the top for everyone. Stop listening, you guys. Opportunity is everywhere. Success in anything that you want or desire is there if you want it and you work toward it. It can happen. You just have to put your mind to it, get rid of those limiting beliefs, and soar, baby, soar. So, and if you want to learn more about my coaching, go to hillaryplauche.com. You can always come and join me in our free group. Next month, we will be doing a health and happiness project, which I'm so excited about, because I'm focused on helping people change their beliefs and live the life that they desire. So, peace out and have an amazing, amazing day.